I'm Citizen David. Thank you for joining again. And this is just a recap from the meeting with the Nigerian embassy, which includes the presence of the ambassador and our representative in the Abu Dhabi city will give us the updates and the necessary steps we are supposed to take regarding the work permit issue.
So, as I was saying, the ambassador said he didn't give us 2 weeks to get back to us on the issue. So Mr. Yusuf said, whichever way, maybe there was a miscommunication. So I told him that the work permit issuance and the renewal was still not going through. That it only went through after they got that letter and after the presence of President Muhammadu Buhari. It went through for about a week, of which some certain categories were issued or renewed, but it depends on the strength of the owner of the company in respect to the government. So he said, what's our evidence to this claim? That the only way that he can say, okay, that they are going to have another meeting with the UAE representative, that they need evidence. And I told him that we have a lot of evidence. If that is what they want, we have a lot of evidence. So I asked him, what kind of evidence does he want? He said, because we are claiming that this work permit issuance is only directed at Nigerians. And we said, yes. He said, so what's the evidence? So I told him we have letters from our employees stating that they cannot renew work permit for Nigerians from the next available authorities. So to this effect, there's a termination from some persons, while some persons will be told that they cannot process their work visas for them. They have to work till this time and let them go. So he said, okay, that we would need copies of such mails sent to an email. They provided me with an email address that I would send those information to.
All right.
And he came to understand that there are categories or skilled level that the work permit is being issued to, because he didn't have the idea that there was skilled levels, level 1 to 5. So I told him, sir, we have level 1 to level 5. Now what the UAE government did with the letter they sent to the embassy was that the provision of work permit to Nigerians is based on skilled levels. So I told him, I said, that's where the clause lies. Most of us that work in UAE, especially for the private company, were given on skilled levels position in our visa status. So it means if you join the company new and they're giving you clerk or just an ordinary supervisor, you don't fall under level 1 or level 2. You fall under level 3 to level 5. So now that they have said skilled levels, we cannot renew or join another company because they are not seeing you as a skilled professional. They are seeing you as an unskilled professional. So he was like, if I'm serious, I said, yes, it's there. You can check it.
Exactly.
Even the Mr. Yusuf was also surprised. So he had to stop me and said, so it means if someone is, so he said it means that there are different levels of skilled labor in UAE. And I said, yes. So if you are saying that it's just only skilled levels, that means a lot of Nigerians will not be able to get work permit any longer in this country. So they have to revisit an open dialogue in respect to that particular skilled level that they mentioned on that letter. So that was one of the things they noted down. And also, he made a complaint about social media, that before anything happens, we have started spreading lots of things on social media and here and there. And I told him, sir, these are the only way we can reach out to the people. Coming to the embassy to even see you today was a difficult one. We were told to go and get an appointment. Not everybody has the time. But this is a challenge, and this is our embassy. So Yusuf came back and was saying we were making some claims that would want to cause scene, we want to sleep at the embassy. I said, yes, we can sleep at the embassy because we don't have any other place to go to. This is the embassy of Nigeria. So if you people cannot attend to us, we'll sleep here and start working with you people. Nobody will go home. Nobody will stay here. So we all laughed a little bit. So the thing is, there was also an issue that they raised concerning the consular in Dubai. I brought that issue up that as an embassy, the consular is more of like a branch. So if a consular is putting out an article on Son, I think that the embassy is supposed to be aware to give an approval for such. And he said that they are not empowered to decide what she would put on Son or any publication. That what she did was for her own interest and not for the interest of the embassy. So he said he doesn't want to go into that aspect, that we should just allow that to sleep, that it's not going to raise any eyebrows on that issue, that we should allow it to sleep. And also, he spoke about Nigerians not coming to the embassy on arriving to the country. That on this note, that if anybody comes into the country, the first thing you should do is come to the embassy. This is where I'm staying. This is what I've come to do. This is what I've come to achieve. So that if there is any problem, the embassy would be the first person to come out and check on you people. He said, but they don't see any of this. And I told him, sir, I said, we need sensitization on this issue. Beginning from our home country. When you get to the airports, you're boarding to any nation, any country ever in the world. At least let's see flyers, let's see banners that would say, when you get to this destination, please visit your home embassy and ensure that you register. Or if it's an online portal, create it so we can register and say, this is where we are, we have just arrived. I say, if you don't make all this sensitization, nobody will know. Like myself, I told him I'm not aware that I'm even supposed to come to the embassy to come and present myself in the embassy. You were just telling me. I said there is no platform for us to even communicate with the embassy. If you send mails, you get to respond like a month later or just an email. I said, so there needs to be a lot to be done. We actually had a lot of conversations. And he pointed out that, okay, since this is what is on ground, that we should get enough evidence for them. The shortest while, we should get enough evidence. They provided me with an email address and Belo's phone number. And once I send the mail to the email, we should contact Belo and tell him that we'll send the mail, that Belo will make a printout, and they will also compile their memo and send to the Nigeria authority back home. So they will be a follow-up.
So that's it from Mr. Ejiro. He has spoken and given us the update regarding the meeting with the ambassador in the United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. So we are calling on Nigerians, affected Nigerians, to come out and speak up about their predicament, because we need their document to be collated and revert back to the embassy.